Hey guys, welcome to TST Garage. I'm Bart, and in this video, I'll be showing the installation of the TST Industries integrated taillight on a 2024 and up Yamaha MT-09. As you can see, I have the OEM taillight like we have on the bike now on the table. We will be replacing this unit with the vastly redesigned TST unit. Our taillight is plug and play. All the OEM connectors are included. You do see 3 connectors here because we've integrated the signal function on board here. If you just want to replace your taillight because you think this one looks better, looks cooler, has a nicer emission style, then you would plug in just a 3 conductor connector. If you do want to take advantage of the signals on board, you will be plugging these connectors into the harness connection for the signals. I know some guys out there do enjoy having dual signals, where you have signals in the capsule and then also outboard signals, perhaps OEMs or aftermarkets. So for that purpose, we do offer Y-splitter harnesses that will plug into the OEM harness on the bike and present 2 connectors per side so that you can plug this unit in and also a signaling device of your choice in parallel. As you can see, we've restyled this unit beyond the design language of the OEM unit. We took into consideration a lot of the design language components of the tail of the bike and transferred that into the physical design of the enclosure. We populated a mass amount of LEDs on board here, and we developed proper optics to channel all that light where it needs to be. Now, I think this looks really great. It functions really great. It installs with ease. It gives you one additional thing that typically you don't get on the market. There is a button here indicated by program button inscription here. This remains accessible after the installation through the trunk. With every press of this button, you will toggle through a number of light sequences that affect the brake function and the signal function on board of this taillight. Now you can experiment and go through all of them and see which combination works for you. Like I said, it's just a toggle function. Each press will get you to the next one. Bike has to be powered up for that. No worries, very easy to do. When you shut off the bike, it still remembers which one it was on, so it won't shift on you. I'll show you how to do that after we mount the actual taillight in the bike. And that's pretty much it here. Let's get on the bike and let's start breaking it down. On this particular bike, we have one of our fender eliminators already. You may be working with a stock fender or a fender eliminator that's hanging in this area. Should be no worries. As long as all of the fasteners that I'm going to be removing are accessible, you'll be successful. Let's start by removing the seats. Now I'm gonna grab Phillips head screwdriver and undo these fasteners. These are 1/4 turn fasteners that their head pops out after you turn them 1/4 counterclockwise, and then they will come out like so. There are 3 on each side here. And we will need to remove these 2. They are a little bit different. The center pops in, and that causes them to unlock, and then just pry them out. I like to reset them, get them ready for reinsertion, which just means that I pull the center back out. Now I'll grab a 4mm Allen, remove these fasteners here. Now for the next step, we will hop up top. The next step, we'll be removing these 2 fasteners. These are the same as we pulled out of the bottom. This will effectively unlatch center panel here. As you can see, it's moving back and forth now. It needs to go rearward to unlock the clips. These are the clips that interface into these windows here. That comes off. And now you can go ahead and disconnect this connector. You have a very short wire here. It's going to be a little difficult to get to. The actual connector is mounted into the sub tray. So it's a little cumbersome in here. I'm going to use a screwdriver to press on the release for this connector. I'm going to grab a 4mm Allen, remove these two fasteners. Keep track of the fasteners you're taking out. Make sure that you know where to replace them. Now these two will need to come out. And I'm going to switch to a 5mm Allen and pull out these two. At this point, this entire light assembly and its mounting bracket should be loose. There are still two clips in here. We need to pull rearward on this panel as we push forward on this, and that will release this tab from a window that holds it in place here. Same on this side. The light is free to come out. There are two tabs that tab into the taillight here, into these windows. So I pry down, and then that gives me enough distance clearance here to push on the light forward, and then that'll come out. Now we'll grab a 4mm Allen, remove these 3 screws. Each one has a sleeve washer. Those will also come out. This OEM hardware is not reused on the new taillight. Each taillight that we ship comes with its own hardware. I'm going to superimpose the bracket on the new taillight just the same way as it was mounted onto the OEM. Now the mounting kit comes with the taillight, comes with a washer and a self-threading screw for each location. Going to use a Phillips head screwdriver. Get the screw to the bottom here. Just want to turn against that washer a little bit, and that preloads the rubber and gives it the necessary force to make sure the light doesn't wobble. You don't want to turn that in too hard. You don't want to damage the threads that you're cutting into the boss. Now we're going to pick up the old light that came out of the bike and scavenge some of the components that we still need to transfer. There are stamped type fasteners here and here. Those will need to come off. And to replace these, just make sure that the actual barrel that has threads in it goes below the surface that we will be inserting screws through. So flat on the outside, barrel on the inside. The way these are stamped, they do have a little window on the spine, and each one of these little tabs goes into that window and locates it and locks it against rotation. So now at this point, we can start the reverse order of disassembly process. Get this wiring in through here, pass our light in between these two components. I'm going to deflect down on the center plastic here to make sure that these tabs engage inside these windows. Okay, once that's done, let's go ahead and engage the tabs into their windows here in the corner of the taillight. At this point, we can replace the 5mm Allen head screws in here. And the next fasteners are going to be these 4mm head screws. Now we'll bring these into their location. Before I go any further in the physical installation, I'm gonna go ahead and make the connection here. First with the 3-conductor connector. Power that up. We do have running light function, and we do have brake function. So you can see I'm in a brake mode that does brake alert, flashes a couple times and then stays solid. If I were to want to change that, the button for that is right through here. One press and it goes to a different mode. Let's go ahead and make the signal connections. I'm going to turn on the right signal. Make sure that I plug in the correct side here. Okay, we have proper function on signals and brake and running light, so we can go ahead and stow the connectors. We do have pretty nice subtray stowing areas here, and another one of these wire management clips down bottom that holds the wiring really nice for us in this trunk compartment. So I'm going to make use of that. All right, nice and neat, good to go. I'm going to replace this panel now. Align it here between these fairings, and then I'll make sure that those clips here are in their windows. Once you push that forward, test it. They are engaged, good to go. Now we'll replace these 2 fasteners. And we can replace the seats. The rest of the fasteners that we need to replace are below. I'm gonna engage these fasteners and get them close to bottom, but I'm not gonna tighten them down just yet. And get my push fasteners in here first. Make sure that all of the components are distributed with even gaps. And now I'm going to tighten them down all the way. All right guys, that's pretty much it for the installation. We'll power it up one more time, make sure everything's working. Running light working. Brake light's working. I have it on the sine wave function where it kind of modulates without blinking. That's my favorite. And then I have the sequential light pattern that turns on and then disappears outward. It's also my favorite. Okay, all systems go. Beautiful. Really love how this affects the tail end of the bike. Going away from that red and clear tail light, bringing in the shrouding, showing the step motif. Having it all culminate in this unit really drastically improves the look of the bike for me. If you agree, check out tstindustries.com. We have this part ready for sale, ready to send to you. We also have fender eliminators and other parts for this bike and other bikes you may have in your stable. Thank you for watching. See you later.